Okay, so today is September 30th, and I'm obviously posting this way after the fact um, because I have either announced that Dan and I are pregnant, or I've had a miscarriage, or I'm dead. One of the three. Because currently, as of today, I'm apparently 4 weeks and 5 days pregnant, which is wild. It is not real to me. I am not excited about it. This is a wanted pregnancy. Dan and I have been trying to get pregnant, not for very long, luckily. But I am not allowing myself to get excited. Mostly because I am living in an age where basic medical care is not going to be available to me if I were to, God forbid, need it. Basically, I, scroll on Instagram and I see stories about politicians debating whether or not I should be allowed medical care that would save my life. So, for example, like I said, I am 4 weeks and 5 days. The law of the land basically now is you can't have an abortion after 6 weeks right now in 2022. I found out 3 days ago that I was pregnant. Like I had a feeling, but I couldn't have taken the test much earlier than that. So that would have left me very little time to figure out what to do if that were a choice that I wanted to take when I found out I was pregnant. Now, because this is a pregnancy that we do want, my current fear now for the next 8 weeks is what happens if there's a abnormality, either an ectopic pregnancy or some sort of chromosome abnormality that would result in the imminent death of the baby resulting from the pregnancy. It makes absolutely no sense to me that I could not get the medical care required to take care of my body the way that I think is best to take care of it. Or that I could die because a politician wants to die on a hill. And people are wondering why millennials are having so much hesitancy about starting families and buying homes, because it feels impossible to make the decision to actively and voluntarily go into something where you could, through no fault of your own, die or be sent to prison. It's absolutely horrifying to me that this is the time that I have to have children in. But I am of that age. Dan is of that age. COVID really, really screwed us over. We would have gotten married, I think, a little sooner. We would have bought a house sooner. We would have started to have a family sooner. So we really don't want to put this off anymore. But these continual issues of people wanting to get involved in what is happening inside of my body, it makes the decision seem really irresponsible. So yeah. So I'm either going to post this once we announce and I'm in the clear in terms of first trimester struggles, or after I've had, or if I've had a miscarriage with this pregnancy, because my people need to know. If you are a person I know, family or friend that for some ideological reason is standing by the pro-life choice, whether you have children or not. If you have children, I find this harder to wrap my head around. But like the next 8 weeks of my life are going to be terrifying. I'm not getting excited about this because I'm terrified. I'm terrified that I could die because a doctor doesn't want to get sued. I think I have a great team, but, you know, I don't want to die because intervention is now considered illegal and taboo. It's going to be a long 8 weeks before I can tell people. I'm not getting excited. I can't. That's terrifying, and it's really sad because I want to be. I wanted to be a mom forever. I've always dreamed about pregnancy and what it would feel like and like how exciting and cool that was that I would get to do that. This isn't what I wanted at all. I guess what scares me, along with the death part and the jail part, because I, you know, live in a southern state. Now Georgia's laws are a little more lax, I guess is the word now that we're using. But either way, I think the thing that scares me the most about the whole thing is basically I go into the world and I interact with the world from a place of kindness and from a place of acceptance. And I take you as you are. I give you kindness freely. I try to share light and happiness with my work, but also like just in my friendships. And if we're friends, hopefully you feel that way. But I try to be the light. I try to make people laugh. I try to be the good I wish to see in the world, right? But the fact that someone would look at my medical condition, right, like a miscarriage, or my choice to have an abortion, and look at it maliciously, and look at me like I am doing something evil, something I have no control over, right, with a miscarriage, would look at me and be like, what's she up to? And not treat me with the same kindness and not give me the same benefit of acceptance with what to me would obviously be like a medical condition, right? Because it's not a baby. It's a little sack of eggs. I have a very gross 3D model on my app that shows me exactly what it looks like right now. Especially if it's a wanted pregnancy, right? Like the fact that if I were to have a miscarriage and someone would have to, either because they want to and they believe it, or have to because their job, question me to see if there was malicious intent behind what some would consider a tragedy, a loss. It's absolutely disgusting. So if you're in that camp of people who would think that a miscarriage is something to prosecute, I want you to know how badly that hurts me. I want you to know that that has made this process for me absolutely terrifying and scary, when it should be something that's full of joy and excitement. Now, I've done a lot of work on my mental health and my mental stability, especially with COVID. I'm maintaining some objectivity and some clarity about all of this. But there's definitely some reflection that's happening about like, man, it's really fucked up that I can't be as excited as I want to be about this. Neither can Otis. So I guess that's, my brain is already completely like totally fucked up. But yeah, I keep seeing these things on Instagram and Facebook about politicians dying on this hill The one I particularly saw today that really set me off was they were talking about veterans. I guess it was something to do with VA health, where like the abortion rule stands. So if a veteran or an active military participant is raped or a victim of incest, they have to carry that child. And it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. I'm excited to have a baby. I want this baby. But if I were not in a position to take care of it, or more specifically, it was not in a condition that it was going to live, or it was in a condition where it was going to kill me and it at the same time, I would want to be able to have the choice to have the medical procedure to live. It's hitting very differently now. Very differently now. I want the option for an abortion more now that I'm pregnant. Not because I intend to use it, but because I want options. Anyway, hopefully this is okay. Hopefully everything turns out all right. You'll know either way.